Okay, my next stop in town in Iceland is, I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but it's Akureyri. Anyhow, I'll put the name right here. So some of the main sights I'll be seeing today is over this direction. There is a huge Viking can, which you can kind of see it right there. I'm gonna check out one of their best bakeries here. There's their cultural center, I believe is that gray and white building right there. And one of their top sites that people go see is their church, which is right there. So yeah, get to spend the day in Akureyri. Let's go check it out. This is the other side. There's a bridge that crosses the waterway there. And it goes over to that side. But yeah, I found out that the trees were all these trees you see here weren't, I guess, native to Iceland. They had to be planted by humans. So if you see lots of forestry and trees, it was all because of human beings planting them and not due to what was indigenous to this country. Oh, there's another beautiful waterfall right there. So we can zoom in a bit. I got a vehicle right up there for scale. And then way down yonder we can see some ice. Look at that. Wonderful. And this is their airport. Pretty cool. I don't think we'll see a plane landing anytime soon. But yeah, this is the other end of the town. There's that bridge that crosses the water. But yeah, very picturesque and beautiful little town. Okay, here at the Viking bar house to see one of the slightly unusual sights to see here. You walk around the side of this building here and you get to see the big Viking can, which is right here. It's just a short walk from the pier. I have never drank, I guess was a more proper word. I have never drank Viking beer, but it might be something I try on this trip. I hear it's supposed to be a beer bath that it's a short drive from here, but I think it's about a about an hour, a little less than an hour drive. There's a spa, it's called the Beer Bath Spa, where you can actually soak yourself in a tub of, like, I guess the hops and the other stuff that's in the tub. But yeah, you can basically soak in some beer. Supposedly they tout that it has health benefits, but who knows? Maybe one day when I'm back here on the road trip, for Iceland road trip, I'll try it. So anyway, Viking beer can. One of the things I've noticed is how clean the little town here is. I mean, there's not that many people, but at the same time, they keep it well clean. And wow, just love that Arctic air. And check that out, the little hill up there. You got a little neighborhood. And even further up the hill that way, which I don't know if I can zoom in far enough, but I saw that there's a neighborhood somewhere up there. I'll find it again. Here I am at the mall here in Akureyri. I hope I'm not butchering that town's name. I probably should learn how to pronounce it. So my apologies to people of Iceland if I'm getting the name of your town wrong. But anyway, walked all the way here to the mall. I'm gonna go check it out and see what the mall looks like here in Iceland. Okay. There's one end of it, and there's the other end of it. So yeah, here in the mall here, and oh, there's another wing here. Uh-oh, I was sadly mistaken. There's much more here. It's good to see that Iceland is still back in the 90s. I like it. Corn. Don't just eat a regular cookie. Eat a fucking delicious cookie. I love it. Great marketing. You know, in the mornings when I wake up in Iceland, I don't know if I want to have a bowl of havrafras or rugfras. I don't know Icelandic, but I'm sure it's much better sounding in Icelandic than it is trying to read it in phonics. Okay, so I had to try it. It says it's a fucking delicious cookie, chocolate chip. And so this is what it looks like. Looks like an average chocolate chip. Let me unseal this and give it a taste. Okay, so a little correction. I was just pointed out. I had to look at the small print. It's Fit King Delicious. So beautiful again, as I said earlier, brilliant marketing. Definitely brilliant marketing because the devil's in the details. But regardless, it got me. They got a sell out of me. So here we go. We're going to try a cookie. Mom, I'm going to try it, and it is. Not that good. Very dry. Extremely dry cookie. Yeah, it's lacking in almost so many categories. So I will not become a fan of Fit King cookies. Wow. It's gonna need a lot to wash that down. Not a big mall, but it's not a big town. It's pretty laid back. Very family oriented, a lot of kids inside. You know, I didn't want to do too much videoing. They do have this wonderful supermarket called Netto. Other than that, you walk greeted with this view of the parking lot. I mean, that's pretty nice view to look over and just see snow-capped mountains. So not too shabby. Again, not, you know, when you've been to malls like the Dubai Mall, you've been to all these like gargantuan multi-level malls, you know, it's kind of nice to kind of take it way back down to a very local level, if you will, you know, one-story level. Here I am at the Hauptstrasse, or at least that's what they would call it in Germany. It's like a walking street where there's usually shops, food places, and so forth. So it's a little main little street. I think it ends going towards the church. So I'm gonna walk through here and check it out. Got a little photo op. And I believe that little spiky building way over there is the church. Or I could be wrong. We'll go see. Okay, on the Hauptstrasse right here at the very beginning, we have this Taste, Love at First Bite. Here's their menu. I'm going to do a quick pan down and I kind of show what I'm going to be trying. So, some of the things that caught my eye is the Ali G Bulgari burger. Then they have the Taste of Heaven. They have a Kick-Ass burger. They have a Fake Love burger. The Mexican burger. Butter chicken, sounds interesting. But anyhow, I'm gonna be just doing the old school, just gonna do a cheeseburger. And how it goes with burgers, you know, Shake Shack's #1 for me, so I'm gonna see how Taste ranks up to Shake Shack. All right, I'm gonna be trying this Pinky Promise drink that I picked up at the Netto, and it's looks like it's an energy drink of some kind. I don't know Icelandic, but I do know enough to realize that it's got vitamin D and some caffeine, 106 milligrams. Okay, and here we have it. This is a cheeseburger here at Taste, and it's a double stack, and it's no frills, no extras, no special sauces. It's just cheese, meat, and some basic condiments and some lettuce. So I'm gonna try it out. Here we go. Here we go. It's about average. It's a decent burger, but it's not. If Shake Shack's a 10, this is probably right at a 5, right in the middle of the road. You're not gonna. It's not gonna change your life, but it'll keep you alive. That is a big troll from the feet to the face. Beginning of the street, just down there, I saw the pointy things on this building. I thought it was the church, but it's actually just this building right here. It looks like it's been since 1913. If you believe the vein right there, it says 1913. It says Paris over there, so I'm not sure what the Parisian influence, but it could be a French restaurant cafe. But yeah, down at this end of the street, some of the buildings, like that yellow one there, get a little colorful. But I always got to just take a moment just to say, hey. The little things that crack me up. And there is the church. It's on top of that hill. On this main, very busy street. Kind of looks like a restaurant right there. That's quite picturesque if you. just to the side here where you first spot the church, there's on Google Maps, there's this thing that's noted as street art. That's one of the first pieces right here. Looks like an elephant pushing a baby. I'm gonna walk up these steps because supposedly there's some more street art pieces up here. So let me take a look. Not really. More graffiti than art. But yeah, but the elephant piece was pretty nice. So this is one of their trash bins here in the town, and they've kind of decorated with what I think is a trash troll, where you throw your trash inside the mouth here. What's interesting about Iceland is that they still believe in elves and trolls and stuff. It's actually part of their heritage, history, and I guess culture here. But they still believe it. It was in the movie, I think it's Fire Saga with Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. Yeah, they believe in this stuff. And here's an example of them decorating a trash bin. Okay, got to the top of the stairs. Well, you can't actually, the stairs are under construction, so you have to kind of walk up the hill a little bit. But yeah, you eventually get up here to the church here. It's all concrete. Not quite sure how old this church is, but it can't be more than, I would say, definitely less than 100 years old in my opinion, since it's concrete. But if anybody knows some stats and facts, you can post in the comments below. Up here, this is kind of your view.
Oh, sure.
Some of the artwork. Interesting. Is that meant to be like garlic? Ooh, that is. That's quite interesting with the multiple eyes. Raven. Ooh, that's a nice skeleton, the whale. Really interesting. Interesting architecture building. Some more artwork right here. So stopping by the cultural center, I was able to talk to someone about a future road trip to Iceland, what months would be best, and they said if I wanted to do, there's a website called, if you type in road.is, it will take you to the English version of their site that let you know what roads are green, open, red, not open, because there's certain months of the year you cannot drive on some of these roads out here. But anyhow, I got me a lot of maps and some guides for future road trip that I want to plan here. About 1.5 to 2 weeks they say is perfect for driving around Iceland to see all the waterfalls and other natural beautiful scenery they have here. So I'm looking forward to planning that trip, but got a lot of guides information, and I now know the magic months is August, September if you want to see the Northern Lights as well. So I think that's what I'm doing. I'm plan for maybe in 2025 to do a trip here and make it a monster road trip. Modern meets the old nature. Got some boats. But yeah, it's been a nice little walk around a small little town in Iceland. Got to go by the cultural center over yonder and check out some artwork. That was pretty cool. Now heading back to the boat on to the next town. But yeah, so far super clean. Everywhere I walked has just been immaculate, well maintained, and just great preservation of nature here. So I'm most impressed. I think this is a whale sculpture up here. Let's check it out. Got some birds here. Looks like a whale sculpture to me. Oh, that's been my day here, and let's go to the next Iceland town. It's almost midnight. It is almost midnight. Even though it's overcast, the sun, it's still daylight. This does get kind of weird after a couple days of this. It's like, really? Really? The sun is still bright outside. So it is kind of, I can see where it messes with your sleep schedule. Like when you think of that movie Insomnia, great movie with Al Pacino and Robin Williams, where he played a villain in it. Christopher Nolan film, by the way. So Insomnia, check it out. But in that movie, the effects, Al Pacino started feeling the effects of being up. That was Alaska, which is also in the Arctic Circle. But yeah, it is something else that it is damn near right at midnight, and this is daylight.